My favorite thing he did is he loaded up on beans and like fucking garlic and was farting up the fucking clubhouse before a game. And he only did it to fart in the catcher's fucking face at the plate.
Damn.
And he's the all-time like base stealing leader. He's the all-time walks leader.
Yeah.
You know what that reminds me of? Goddamn, when Conor McGregor walked by that dude and farted in his face.
Yeah. Dude, that's low. But
I remember that time that Zach was in here. And
the All About Nothing podcast may have content and language that is not appropriate for some. Listener discretion is advised. Recorded live from GOT Sound Studio in Lexington, South Carolina. This is the All About Nothing podcast with Barrett Gruber, Trent Clark, me, the most attractive host, Zach King.
all right, welcome back to the All About Nothing podcast. This is the show that you should be tuning into for all your news and entertainment and sports information.
Correct. And your mother's tuning in too.
Yeah, that's right. This is episode number 148, joined by Zach King and Trent Clark. Thanks, guys, for being here.
We're here.
I was told there'd be a pizza.
I ate that in the car.
Damn, you got told. I didn't get that text message. That must have been in group me.
No, we have iPhones. We don't do that.
Where is you? By the way, I just want Trent. Are you coming to practice tomorrow night?
If you looked on group me,
you just marked it.
I did it today.
That group me is awful.
It does get pretty irritating.
That's why I put the notifications on silent.
Please make sure you subscribe to the show. Subscriptions drive our searches. That's how we get our new listeners. Also, please make sure, if you want to, consider becoming a supporter, a financial supporter of the show by heading over to our patreon.com/theallaboutnothing.
Brown paper bags.
I did, by the way, pull a little bit of money out of the what we had in our Patreon.
I saw it.
You saw
the
email?
Like, it's not coming to me. I was like, Barrett had to do this.
I'm looking at getting some.
Damn, I don't even know about none of that, man. What y'all got going on, man? Y'all moving some money? Y'all moving some money?
I'm looking at $139.
Yeah, that's right. It's been collecting over 2 years.
That's fucking rad, though.
If we could potentially get some more Patreon, patrons, I guess.
Hey, we do this another year. We'll have enough money to buy another mic.
If that's right. No, because I'm spending it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Buy a new headset that I broke. So you said we're looking at some potential hats.
I'm trying to work out getting some hats for the show.
That'll be rad.
Yeah.
If you get some blank hats, I can definitely get Jarrett's people to.
Well, we can get blank hats all the time, but get hats with a nice embroidered.
Oh, you got to go to Liz then in the mall.
Well, okay. Well,
Liz does that.
That's an idea. So ding for Liz.
Yeah, Liz.
Yeah, I'm taking my South Carolina jersey to her to put SEC patches on it.
Okay.
And the Carolina flag.
Yeah.
Also, if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts and you think we're worth it, go ahead and give us one of those 5-star reviews, and you can punch up a review by just writing something in there. I don't care really what it says.
We love to hear from you.
I don't ever read them.
We read them. We read them.
You guys
read them.
If you're not on Apple Podcasts,
when there's not a new one, I'm like,
don't disrespect them.
Look, it's a Wednesday.
We do this every Wednesday.
I don't know how much energy I have left for the rest of the week. If you're not on Apple Podcasts, you can give us a thumbs up or share the episode with your family and friends. You can also follow us on Twitter at AAN_pod. You can interact with us that way. I do have some shout outs. Thanks to Big Mike of Blank Canvas.
Big Mike!
BLNKCANVS for being here on the show last week. You can get in touch with Mike.
He said he really enjoyed himself, too.
We had a good time with Mike.
He said he wants to get on top 5. I said, I don't know if you're ready yet.
You don't got top 5 and nothing.
I don't know if you're ready yet.
You are being so picky with the people that you interview for top 5 right now. There hasn't been an episode this year.
No, not yet.
Oh, man.
Well, I wanted to get everything set up first, and I didn't want to use the same podcast room that we use for this one, so I'm thinking about doing it in another room.
You heard it here. There's new episodes coming.
New episode coming.
No, we need to do a top 5 with technique all back together, and we'll throw on some, feeling all right. Hella fucked up.
I don't know if Nico let that go through.
I mean, he'll be cringing the whole time. He don't have to. We just have to lock the door and be like, you ain't getting out.
That's kidnapping.
You can get in touch with Mike and Blank
His
Canvas
house.
for all your business branding needs.
You could be kidnapping your own house.
There's a link at the top of our website in the Friends of the Pod section for that. Also, thanks to Eli Bosnick for the podcast host.
Yeah.
On the last episode, he wished me happy birthday, and I dropped that into the middle.
Yeah, so now we got a bumper from one of our scathing atheists.
Yeah. If you don't know who Eli Bosnick is, he is part of the. He has several podcasts: Skepticrats, Dear Old Dads, God Awful Movies, Citation Needed, D&D minus, and then a slew of other things.
He needs to do some of these podcasts at the GOT Sound. Then come on down, Eli.
He lives in
He's
New
New Jersey. Yeah.
Oh, we'll remote it.
We'll pipe it in. We'll pipe it in.
But I appreciate the birthday with Julie actually got that worked out. So that was pretty cool.
Barrett FaceTime. He's like, I saw him on Facebook talking to Eli, and I'm like, what did Eli do? Yeah. And then him and Julie got on a FaceTime, and I was like, what?
Yeah,
I'm super peanut butter and jealous right now.
That was peanut butter and jealous. Don't ever say that again.
Also, I do want to thank everybody for all the birthday wishes because I got a lot of them, not from Trent.
I sung you happy birthday live on the podcast.
I think Barrett was just jealous that me and No Illusions frequently have conversations.
Fair.
I'm just joking.
I wouldn't mind having a conversation with Noah. But I'm not a video game aficionado like he is. So.
And the reason why I didn't give you a birthday shout out because you didn't show up last Thursday.
Yeah, that's.
You lied. You
had a bag
on
of
camera.
It's true.
You lied on camera. He shook my hand. Y'all seen it.
I did.
Everybody's seen it. He lied.
I fully acknowledge I did not show up last Thursday.
It went really good though. Just to plug them up. You know what I'm saying? They're definitely asking for me again. But I can never do it until the season is over because
that's right.
Thursdays is the only day they have adult nights.
I picture Trent like all the kids are roller skating.
No, it's no kids. It's adult.
Oh, well,
it's adult night.
Everyone's roller skating and Trent's like, and everyone stop and the lights dim down and Trent's like, Barrett, come on out here.
As I walk out onto the floor.
It's his birthday and Barrett doesn't show.
Yeah, facts. Well, he did me again. He did it again.
dirty dog.
I do appreciate all the birthday wishes. And a very close friend, Elizabeth, she left me a voicemail that she swore that I would never actually air on the podcast, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Come on, Elizabeth.
I can't believe you didn't pick up, and you're going to make me do this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday from your favorite person. Happy birthday to you. Yay!
Elizabeth, he did it. He did it.
It got played.
Good job, Elizabeth.
Episode 148.
148.
Episode 148.
148, man.
Elizabeth,
we're almost at 150, man. Can y'all believe it?
Yeah, we're getting close.
It's been like
those abrupt cuts on the applause.
Well, I know. It's too long. It's too long. Way too long.
They keep going.
Hey, I don't. Did you watch any of the World Baseball Classic?
I didn't because guess what? It's on Fox, and I'm not paying for Fox.
Oh, okay. So congratulations, Japan, who took the World Baseball Classic title last night.
But it came down to Shohei and Trout.
Shohei and Mike Trout. Yeah, two guys that will never face off against each other unless literally it's because world teams are playing.
Wow.
Yeah, because they're both locked in the biggest contracts of all of baseball for one of the shittiest teams of all of baseball.
Is Otana? Is he locked into a contract?
Yeah, I think so.
I thought he was up for free agency this year.
I thought that he was supposed to be last year and got a. Hey, I could be wrong.
We'll look it up at some point soon. But yeah, so Mike Trout
Shohei Ohtani to the Braves.
He struck out swinging last night against Ohtani in the bottom of the ninth.
Damn, Mike T, come on, Mike.
Did you see him? I don't know if it was like a relevant picture, but I saw it on Facebook where it had Mike Trout like slow motion slapping Ohtani.
Who's the guy that got really hurt from the Mets?
Oh, Diaz.
Yeah, that's I think they were really pissed about.
That's their closer,
right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Mets are
Freddie get hurt for Canada?
Freddie, yeah, I think there's the potential that he's going to be out for like the first 3 or 4 weeks.
And the Dodgers like pull him out of this shit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And he was playing for Canada.
What do you got against Canada?
Well, he's not Canadian.
Oh.
Well,
how do you play for Canada?
Well, his mother apparently lived in Canada.
He was from California.
But he's born and raised in California, but his mother was either from California or in Canada.
Is that how it works?
No, that's not how it works.
Oh, okay. I'm about to be like, what?
But if his mother's from Canada, he has citizenship, so he could choose to play.
Yeah, I think what happened was basically out of respect for his mother and the fact that she is, buried in Canada, Edmonton, I guess.
Oh, his mother's buried in Canada.
So he played for Team Canada, but it's also very likely that considering everybody else on the Team USA is under the age of 30.
True.
I just don't think there
were no Braves on Team USA.
Yeah, no.
Ron Acuna
was playing for
Rosario
Venezuela.
both played for Venezuela.
Yeah, and honestly, while I love the World Baseball Classic and I watched probably 5 of the games, mostly just the U.S. games, and I watched Puerto Rico play Venezuela.
Yeah, I'm about to say how does that work? Because everybody's mostly
it's all during spring training.
No, I'm just saying like mostly all the players are going to be
reporting in 10 days.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
they go and do it and then they come back.
It was awesome, and you knew it was going to come down with Japan and America because Japan loves fucking baseball.
Oh yeah,
bro. Have you seen these videos on Instagram
Koreans
of Japan? I'm not sure if it's Japan or Chinese people, but they play baseball with bottle caps.
I haven't seen that.
It's the most gangster. It's like I understand why their hand-eye coordination is so good because look, they're throwing these bottle caps like real strikes. Like they throw them like this, and it goes and they're hitting the hell out of these balls. I'm like,
I think they picked that up from the South American teams that also do that because
that's so smart.
They used to do that during stickball too.
That's crazy.
Just play it with the bottle caps. It's insane.
Yeah, that's insane.
But
we got to show you these
It's
videos.
fast, but it's not as fast. But you have some boys who are just
they're zinging them things,
throwing them like Gambit throws cards in the X.
Facts.
That's crazy. So we I guess we were going to bring it up on the show, but Donald Trump was not indicted yesterday.
I heard that it could be worse if you do that because you're just rallying the.
Well, so I think that's part of okay. So first of all, in the New York case involving hush payments of $130,000 paid to adult film star Stormy Daniels, who by the way celebrates my birthday.
Yeah,
we were born on the same day.
I saw that. I was like, wait a minute.
Hold on. Okay. Y'all don't feel like this is like the timing is weird?
How do you mean?
Okay,
bureaucratic.
Timing wise, as far as like.
Are you trying to say that you think they're being unfair to Donald Trump?
No, what I'm saying is...
And Trent, pull out your MAGA hat before you do this.
No, I might as well. But I'm saying the timing is crazy. I wait till after he announces that he's running for president to arrest him.
So here's...
Well, you, along with the other MAGAs, knew that, right?
So here's I'll explain it this way.
Okay.
You do not want to indict a former president of the United States unless you literally have done all of the investigation that you can get, that you've interviewed every single witness, that you have gotten all of the evidence that you can to present to a grand jury, who then, those 12 individuals, make the decision on whether or not an indictment or a charge needs to be made. So essentially, they've been working on this for like 5 years.
It's like for real.
I'm just saying, timing-wise.
Well, I
you don't think that's a little crazy?
But Barrett's right. The hush payments came up while he was president.
Yeah.
Correct.
This isn't,
and what they're having a problem is the hush money came from.
In this case,
the hush money came from
his campaign.
His campaign.
His campaign paid
Correct.
to silence Stormy Daniels from talking about the affair that she had with him while his wife was pregnant and having a child, and she's not the only one. Karen McDougal was another porn star or dancer or something, but he paid her off too.
Well, there's another one.
Or he had his campaign pay her off.
And then there's another woman that her and Trump agreed to go to court, I believe, if I remember correctly, but that he raped her.
No, I mean, honestly, if you were anyone, would you want to sleep with Donald Trump? I mean, it would have to be rape, right?
As a male, it would have to be rape, yes.
So over the weekend, Donald Trump truthed.
We're just camping, Zach. I saw his tent. I said, wow, that's a big tent. I said, back up, Donald.
Back up, Donald.
It's going to turn into a pillow fight, Donald.
So Donald Trump truthed over the weekend that March 21st, this past Tuesday, he was going to be arrested and that his supporters should take to the streets and protest in New York as well as across the nation against federal law enforcement and police. So he's literally telling his people, go out there and protest against the police.
Correct. It was only 50 people there, though.
I saw my protesters. I said, wow, that's a lot of protesters.
It was only 50 people.
I said, wow, that's not a lot.
That's not a lot.
Well, here's the thing. The whole him announcing that he was going to get arrested was a complete lie. Like there was none of the law enforcement or none of the agencies that are involved had any evidence to support that he was going to get arrested on Tuesday. In fact, grand jury was meeting again this afternoon to go over more evidence to make a decision.
They were bringing out the barricades for him.
Yeah, well, Donald Trump told his numbskull supporters to come out here and start tearing down.
I think they learned after January 6th not to just show up.
Well,
90% of the people that would show up are all in jail. They just convicted another 6 of them.
Dude, the Buffalo guy.
He's definitely showing up again.
Yeah,
I don't think he's getting out of jail for a while. He's in prison for a while.
Remember his mom was like, he's vegetarian.
You know,
he was vegan.
You know how like cops have to do tricky shit to get people with warrants and whatnot?
Yeah.
You remember back in the day when the Washington Redskins, they were the Redskins back then, were playing.
Don't disrespect them now.
They were playing in the Super
Commanders.
Bowl. And to catch like 500 people with active warrants.
Oh, yes, I seen that. I seen that. They were like, oh, man, they were lined up. They was like, yo, I got my free ticket,
And
man.
they're like, yeah, come on in this. We're giving you your tickets.
And they got like the FBI back there. They're like, yeah. And they're reading off the name, and they're like, "Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, okay, boom. Yeah, send them on up."
All these motherfuckers.
It was like Chris Hansen times 10.
Yeah. You gotta get Trump like that, like all you can eat macaroni at a strip club.
Or all you can eat McDonald's.
Yeah. That's how you get Trump. He's like, I'm showing up. I walked up. I said, "Wow, that's a lot of macaroni."
Yeah, the DA's office, the district attorney calls him and says, "Hey, Mr. Trump, if you could, we actually this is your lawyer speaking.
This is Mr. McDonald.
We want you to come and visit the very first McDonald's KFC hybrid combined.
And Taco Bell in the back if you're really
That's
cool.
right.
Speaking of KFC, a little fun fact. I don't know if you guys have been catching this on Twitter, but
Hold on, you started with KFC. I don't know if this is going to end as a fun fact.
KFC gives you if you order the 8-piece. It's in there.
You can refill the bucket.
You can refill it if you're sitting inside and if you finish that bucket within an hour.
That's insane.
Isn't that crazy?
The fattest
That's a lot of chicken to eat.
The fire department
if you got
will be called.
if you got like 8 people with you, it actually makes sense.
And then you just
I don't
take
disagree.
that bucket.
That's- yeah.
You eat it all and like, guess what? We're eating tomorrow.
How many times do you think you can get it refilled?
I think it's one. Just one
once,
time.
just one time.
Also, if you go to KFC and you order that new 2 pieces of chicken with like cheese and bacon in the middle, you get the Diablo beta code for Diablo 4.
Why?
What?
The vegans are pissed. They're like, I gotta eat chicken
And cheese.
and bacon.
I want to go on this game and kill
Demons.
pigs. Yeah, demons and pigs. Yeah.
I'm over there looking at Gabrielle like we should order KFC.
Instead of Chick-fil-A.
I would like to play the beta of Diablo 4.
Is she still in love with Chick-fil-A?
Yes, of course. She ordered it today.
Your Chick-fil-A reopened. I saw the Chick-fil-A on
In Harbison. Oh, yeah, it's back. It's back in.
Don't say
now the
your
Lexington
Chick-fil-A.
one is closed. The one that's close to us?
Yeah, the
it's
West
closed
Columbia
now.
one's closed.
I
Yeah.
want to know how people, when you order DoorDash, how Chick-fil-A gets there so goddamn quick.
Well, Chick-fil-A delivers it themselves, don't they?
Oh, I can give you the answer to this because I was in I've been in Chick-fil-A a lot of times during the pandemic, and the number one problem I always had with Chick-fil-A is that they actually get their DoorDash and
Done, like set to the side.
oh man, they get them done first.
Oh,
like,
so
they're
dude only
first.
has to show up and grab it and be like, I'm out.
Literally, they have somebody sitting right there waiting on your DoorDash, and that's all they do all day long
okay.
is do those orders.
So if you order Chick-fil-A or IHOP off DoorDash, it's gonna be like 10 minutes and it's gonna be on your
Correct. And if you're standing in line, you'll see all these people getting their DoorDash, and you're like, damn, where the fuck is my food at?
Oh, you're right, because I heard they installed at the new one in Harbison. I heard they installed like a to-go line, like just for DoorDash people too.
So when we were at the old studio a couple summers ago, when I had first started my new job, Dominique was letting me work out of the room.
Correct.
In that little vestibule area. And one time,
That was the Pornhub set.
are you, really?
You remember we used to call it that?
Yeah, the casting couch.
All right. So now I feel like I need a bath.
You know what's gonna happen now?
You just sat on that same one today.
Oh,
That's right. You're sucking a
Terrific.
penis.
so I ordered Chick-fil-A one time. Now Chick-fil-A is only what, half a mile down the street?
Yeah, that's right there.
45 minutes.
Oh yeah.
It took it 45 minutes to get, and it didn't come from that one. It came from the one in West Columbia.
Oh, because they weren't gonna go to the one on Bush River, right?
Well, the one in West Columbia is like a hub. A Chick-fil-A hub.
Chick-fil-A is so fucking overrated. Come at me at Carolina King.
Apparently, Chick-fil-A is supposed to be going up on their
Prices?
your redeem numbers.
you get-
it's a certain number to
gonna
get
get-
chicken sandwiches
Oh,
and
I
stuff.
see.
That
Yeah.
number's supposed to go up.
I don't care.
That doesn't surprise me.
I mean, it pisses a lot of people. I know somebody that's got like 23,000 points.
If Chick-fil-A fell off the face of the earth, I'd be fine. I'd be like, it's actually a better day. I think we could all breathe a little easier.
I've said this before.
You really hate God, don't you?
Oh,
It has nothing to do with God. It's just overrated bland chicken.
it's not that he hates God.
I
It's
know,
that-
I know.
it's there's a lack of belief in where that hate should be pointed
facts.
at.
And it doesn't. You don't believe Chick-fil-A rose on the Sabbath?
Just like and there was old Clucky. And Kathy Truitt said, let it be a blessed day. No, Zaxby's is so much better. We're not getting into it.
So
Give me that go big, my boy.
none of the parties that would have been involved from Secret Service, FBI, New York officials have made any comment or released any information about when the indictments might be handed down. But Donald Trump went on Truth Social and said, it's going to be Tuesday. Come out and support me. Do I wish the arrest would have happened? Yes, I do. Frankly, I think one of the outcomes of him getting arrested, though, is it's going to have a very good effect on his poll numbers.
I saw the camera and I saw the flash. And I was like, wow, that's a big flash.
I mean, I don't know, Barrett. A lot of his supporters are probably paying for sex too.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they're like, this man did nothing wrong. You just outed him to his Slovakian wife. I'm still pissed about Chick-fil-A.
You remember Robert Kraft?
Well, yeah.
He was getting hand jobs from Vietnamese people.
And yeah, out of state.
Yeah.
Like he had to go to Florida. Florida. It's another Florida thing.
Fly me to Florida.
Another one of
I
those.
need an old rub and tug special number 2.
So this isn't the only indictment that
Let me get that Deshaun Watson.
Donald Trump
He's more
potentially
skin
has.
than
you're
dick.
Right. God.
Isn't that crazy? Deshaun Watson got way more shit on him compared to Robert Kraft.
Yeah, but he was like a serial number 2 rub and tugger.
You don't think Robert Kraft is a serial?
Someone
Yes,
can keep it on
I
the
do.
DL and someone can't. That's all it is.
I guess the hush money is it's
you
a
know
price
what
on
it
the
was?
hush money.
You know what it was?
look
It's
at
like he moaned too loud, and they're like, "God damn it, Deshaun!"
Look at the evidence. How long did Tom Brady stick around New England? Like, okay.
He left because he went to. He's like,
You're serious because they tried to get him back for one more season.
You know what's funny is like Robert Kraft. Like the reason Tom left, Robert Kraft was like, "Hop on my jet, let's go down there."
Oh yeah,
I'm
he
gonna
gets
show
his
you
jet
some
out
good
like
shit."
it's a Geo.
So
he's like, yeah, take the Geo.
A 3-cylinder Geo.
Tom Brady's like in the room with Robert
Metro.
Kraft, and he just starts getting jerked off. He's like, "I'm leaving all of New England."
So the question is,
Giselle, I can't even look at a woman anymore.
I mean, he couldn't keep her. The question that I do
could
have,
he?
let's say, okay, so obviously I think if I don't know how to ask this question except to just say
how you supposed to say it, man.
do you believe that Donald Trump should be arrested?
I don't think he should be arrested for that. I think it's crazy that he's being arrested for that and not January 6th.
Right.
Well, see, but the investigation into that is still going on.
Yeah, I know.
I assume your answer would be yes, he should be arrested.
Oh, for any law he's broken, I think.
Yeah.
I think he should face the same punishment that we would.
Yeah, I'm of the same.
You know how that money goes.
If
though.
the evidence supports that there was a crime committed and he was the one that committed the crime, then I absolutely support. If the evidence doesn't support it, then I say, all right, let's get off his back.
All right, how do you feel? How do you feel about like, okay, if he just told somebody to take the money out and pay her? That's technically not him doing it. That's like me handing somebody else a gun and them going to shoot somebody. Now, is it my fault?
But they have proof that he told.
Hold on. You okay? So
This is the Alabama thing.
So hold on.
This is the Alabama thing.
Dude, I was like, someone's gonna say Alabama.
So what you're asking is, if let's say you're Donald Trump,
Correct.
You had an affair. You are running for president and are desperate to make sure that the information about your affair doesn't get out.
Correct.
You tell your lawyer fixer to pay this porn star or whoever you had an affair with money to keep her quiet.
And is he still in jail?
Who?
No, he served his time.
Okay. His lawyer.
His
the
lawyer.
lawyer? Yeah.
The lawyer that literally pled guilty to the crime that Donald Trump is now potentially being indicted for.
Correct.
He's like, I set the whole fucking thing up. Yes, he had audio of him.
And he wrote a
telling
book
him.
about it, right?
Yeah, and he had audio of him
books.
telling him that shit.
Come on, man.
2 books.
And let's not fret, he didn't go to real prison. He went to like.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't go to
you're
P.
Jewish.
He
On
wasn't in
Saturday.
PC.
He went to the same
He wasn't
prison
in
that
PC.
Mike Soriano went to the situation for tax evasion.
I'll promise you this is the first time that man ever in his life practiced Judaism. Like, where, he's like, I'm Jewish. On Saturday, I can't do this. So like, all right,
Gotta let me out of jail,
motherfucker.
So basically the charges in New York: illegal campaign contributions made to 2 individuals, Karen McDougal and Stephanie Clifford, aka Stormy Daniels, hush payments that were made prior to the 2016 election in order to keep both of those individuals quiet about their sexual relationship in the 2000s, 10 years before he even ran for president.
Well, let's be honest. We know that Donald Trump at least banged her, right? And it was out of wedlock. It's all against Christianity, which the whole
Well, it
base
depends
is
on who you
around
believe.
and
He
if-
said he didn't. She said he did.
And another thing, I don't think that would have hurt his numbers if that would have came up. Like, yo, Donald Trump hit Stormy Daniels.
How is that
You know what's
possible?
funny though? You have to.
How is that possible? The reason I ask that
That
is
it wouldn't have
because-
hurt his numbers?
Yes, because you literally have all of these
You know
evangelicals
how many
that are all
people
in
want
support of
to?
him.
But do you know how many people want to hit Stormy
doesn't
Daniels?
No, but that doesn't matter. They're
of people.
literally hypocrites.
There are a lot of people.
There's a lot of people, man.
They're all hypocrites for saying
Yes,
that this
they're
is
liars.
Barrett, everybody's a hypocrite. We're gonna learn that.
Look,
I actively try not to be in my life.
Yeah, I was gonna
a
say.
fucking
I mean, you try,
hypocrite.
but in certain ways, you can be like, I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
I need an
it's certain
example.
thing. Okay. Let's see.
Of
Okay.
Zach.
Of
I
Zach
need-
being a hypocrite.
I need a
Oh yeah, give me an example, Zach.
Of me being a hypocrite?
Correct.
Look, okay, so I will say this. In one of the,
I don't have one.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you wanted me to say?
Give me an example about Zach.
Okay,
where he's been a hypocrite.
That's do what I say, not what I do.
He's
okay. The bet that y'all made, right?
Which one?
I've never welched on a bet.
Yeah, he's both had to shave his beard. He's also had to wear a jersey and take a picture, which is still my contact photo.
Yeah. I don't. If I say I'm going to do, that's why I've refused to bet Barrett now because I've not won.
Loses a lot. But no, I'll just say I think it's incredibly hypocritical for all these evangelicals to stand out there and say that they are against they're against trans people, they're against homosexuality, they're against interracial marriage, they're against homosexual marriage, they're against all of these things, but they're okay with Donald Trump having an affair.
Like everybody's
paying them to be quiet.
Hate the sin, not the sinner. But here's the thing. Here's how we prove it, right? Stormy Daniels described his dong to a T.
I don't want it.
Have we seen it?
I don't want it proved.
And if it looks like a little mushroom cap.
I don't think we've seen it. We're going to see that evidence. We got to see that evidence.
She saw my button on a fur coat and she was like, wow, that's a big button on a fur coat.
And let's be honest. That's a big
fur coat.
Let's be honest, guys. Go back to girls that you dated in high school, right? Let's take it back there.
All right.
If you ask them today what your dick looked like, you think they could tell you what the fuck what your dick looked like?
Absolutely.
From high school?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't
100%.
No.
I don't think they could.
Fuck no. You don't believe that. There's no way. You're not gonna remember.
I just really quickly want to say, hey, Mom.
You're not gonna remember. 100%. You're not gonna remember. And why would you want? And with somebody like Trump, you would want to forget what the dick looks like.
Trent, I'm telling you right now, the bar was set.
With Donald or with you? Man, shut the fuck up.
Listen to him.
You hear him?
What were we talking about earlier? How are your STDs?
When they see a dick, they go.
That was great for audio.
I know why they remember it. Because you're Jewish, you're not cut. You're not cut.
It's the opposite, Trent. It's the Gentiles who aren't.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I must be Jewish too.
It just became medical practice at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, me
now
too.
I see what Kanye's talking about.
Me too, but it's not because I'm Jewish.
And
I don't know if I could claim that. I thought I told you last time. I'm like, it's all there, but I can't go around being like,
bro, you're Jewish.
I just want to congratulate. I just want to congratulate all the listeners because they're really the big winners this week.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. We do this for y'all.
We don't have those dirty dog dicks.
Almost 100% of it's true.
Trent got it.
Let me just ask this. Do you guys think that this is working? Like I mentioned before, I think this is going to have a positive effect on Donald Trump's numbers. Do you all think that he wants to be arrested? Do you think he wants to have that perp walk?
I think he's going to take it either way.
Yeah, because he's going to use that. He's going to use that jail picture as his campaign.
They're literally going to.
I too have been to jail.
They're literally going to They're literally going to fingerprint him and take his picture.
Yep.
And then arraign him. He's not going to sit.
Yeah, he's not going to sit in a cell. No, but what he's going to do? Yeah, they're going to arraign.
What, they're going to put him in PC? They can't put him in PC. He's the president.
They're going to let him out, dude.
Well, how does that work? Also, like with the
he can't have Secret Service in jail.
So the only way that he could not have Secret Service anymore is that he had to have been impeached, and then that conviction had been followed through by the Senate. At that point, he would have lost everything that he had as far as being the president.
Do you impeach him for a third time and then let it stick?
Well, so I have heard conversations where there has been the problem is you can't get it in the House. You can't get him impeached in the House right now because the Republicans run the House.
Correct.
Yeah.
So ultimately, what you'd have to do is I think it would just be beating a dead horse at this point.
How many years is he looking at?
So
for this crime,
every single crime that he is allegedly committed, I think at best he'll only ever serve a house arrest. I think basically he'll have to live out his days in his beautiful Fort Mar-a-Lago, whatever.
What are we talking about? The man doesn't leave the house already.
Yeah, he is.
Unless he's campaigning. You're right.
I mean, Mar-a-Lago, he's probably like, okay, as long as I can stay on this island.
Could you imagine though, if like at some point, like in his old age, like all of a sudden he was like, oh God, I really hated Florida. I hate being here in
He's
Florida.
never gonna say that.
I walked into the jail cell. I said, "Wow, this is a dirty cell."
As long as they're throwing bikinis in Florida, he's never leaving.
I don't think a lot of that goes on at Mar-a-Lago. Not at Mar-a-Lago.
He's probably got like a new beach in Mar-a-Lago. All we know.
I got to shout out Shane Gillis because he definitely, stand-up comedian, put down, all you got to do is to do a Trump impersonation, even if you can't do it well, is state something obvious and then restate that you stated that. Like, I walked in, I said, "There's a loud microphone." Wow, that's a loud microphone. Like that. So he's right. But dude went to Mar-a-Lago, and Trump was never down there, and he said that like you would be eating dinner or whatever, and people would be murmuring like, "I heard he's gonna come down today." Like he's the fucking Quasimodo.
He is. He's the great white hope.
That's not fair to us white people.
It's not all of them.
You're not.
There's a lot of them though.
You got 3% of something else.
It's the great dumb hope.
That's fair.
The great dope hope.
Yeah, I suspect that this is going to be good for his numbers, and I think
it's going to be great for his numbers. DeSantis is like,
hurt.
damn, I need to get arrested somehow.
DeSantis is like the.
Well, just hang around Matt Gaetz for a while. You'll get arrested.
What do y'all think?
I don't
Nikki
think
Haley's like, yes.
For what? Nikki Haley is not viable. I love listening to everybody talking about Tim Scott and Nikki Haley are going to be running against each other.
Oh, my God.
Like, they are not.
I cannot look at Tim Scott's teeth for 4 years as my vice president. Hell no.
Tim Scott in general, man, that's an Uncle Tom.
Like,
right?
bro, you got so much money, bro. Get those teeth fixed, bro.
Wow.
Get those teeth. It's veneers out there. It's braces. Something's got to give, Tim.
There's a lot of anger behind that.
Yeah, when Donald Trump came landed in Columbia,
I don't like Tim at all.
I don't either.
I never liked him.
He's a punk.
He spoke at my girlfriend's graduation. I was like, why did you get
graduation? Graduation from what?
USC.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say high school.
What the? You thought I groomed her?
We were talking about Matt Gaetz earlier, Ron DeSantis.
He thought I groomed her. Like I was waiting outside of high school. Like,
I will admit, I will admit, I don't understand the control. It's weird. So we're going to take a break. Maybe we'll explain it after the break. This is the All About Nothing podcast.
Hi, this is Shiana, host of Who You Callin' Holistic, and you're listening to the All About Nothing podcast.
All right, welcome back to the All About Nothing podcast. This is the one show, I guess.
Where you can put that on a cracker, dude.
Well, you can put that on a cracker, dude.
You said he's coming to Columbia?
Yeah, or it's either Charleston or Columbia.
Is he coming to cook?
Yeah, he's going to cook.
Yeah, he gets paid to cook everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
Now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And he'll have to, at some point, drive to Walmart, jump out of the truck while it's like still moving, and then
yeah, that was pretty cool. I like
and
his video
get his
that.
seasoning from Walmart.
Pick his pig up out of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put his old Craig on a packer. What you
put that pig on our cracker, dude.
So tax season.
Tax season, man.
What fuck? No.
Have you done your taxes yet?
No, not yet. When's the final date?
April 15th.
Well, yeah,
usually.
I think
It's
15th
like
on a Saturday, so it'll be on the Monday. So
I think they go all the way to like the
17th.
23rd or something now.
TQL.
Do they?
Fuck me.
Ever since COVID came, they were giving you a longer time.
Yeah, that's true.
For some reason, they didn't take out a lot of taxes.
No,
my state taxes for some reason at TQL. So now it's like
You're gonna wind up owing.
oh man,
How long did you work at TQL?
Like 6 months, man.
That's not enough.
Yeah, I don't know.
They fucked me over, man. I think I did my pre-taxes and I was like, the guy called me. He was like, yeah, man, you're getting such and such from federal, but you owe like $600 in state. I'm like, what?
You hold on. You got a dude that does your taxes for you?
Well, H&R Block.
Oh, okay.
I dropped them off.
Fuck H&R Block, dude. I went in there, paid them $100 to do my taxes just to leave and say you owe $800 plus the $100 that you just
Correct.
Dang.
Fuck off. Never went back to H&R Block.
I just do my own taxes. And
I do my
Oh, you want to do mine then?
if you want me to.
Of course.
I don't mind.
No, I have to do me and my wife's, and it's like I hate paperwork like that.
See, I don't mind. I mean, I've always been sort of a math guy, so like doing taxes is something is like okay, well, how can I find whatever? But we wind up getting the standard deduction every year anyway, so it doesn't make any difference.
Nope.
Yeah, I filed my taxes back in February, so that was as soon as they started accepting them. I was like, Did
you get that check, Barrett?
Well, he got it. It's March. He been got it. It's like 3 or 4 weeks after you do your taxes, they give you that money.
Here's the thing about me doing taxes, though. I pretty much break even every year. Every because I make sure that the deduction because I don't like this idea of allowing
you should never owe and you should never be paid.
I don't like the idea of the government being able to get extra money out of me during the year because they're not paying me interest for that.
Exactly, it's an interest-free loan.
It's not a bank account. It's not a savings account that I just I look at it and go, oh, I can't wait till I get that refund back.
And guess what? No other countries like the UK, Canada.
No.
This is not a thing. They deduct exactly what needs to be deducted.
There are people out there that say that there is no law that says that you have to pay taxes.
There's not.
Well, speaking of taxes, it was something that came out in New York. They did like a study. People in New York that make $100,000 a year is equivalent to $36,000.
Oh yeah, depending on where you live.
That's the price of living and stuff. But New York fucks you on taxes hard.
Yeah, they said if you make over $100,000, it's pointless for you to.
Yeah, there's a lot of states like that. That's why Florida's so appealing for a lot of people, is because there's no income tax, or there's no state income tax, or there's no property tax, something like that. I can't remember which exactly it is.
And the fact that the IRS has to audit people at times because they're so incompetent.
Correct.
Yeah.
They're awfully incompetent.
Yeah. Which is why I was actually absolutely in favor of them hiring the 87 some odd thousand new IRS agents, because they've got a ton of agents that are retired or that are going to retire. And it's like the fact that was one of the big things that the Republicans were trying to stop was Biden hiring a bunch of IRS agents. Well,
they're going to look into the people that's trying to stop it. They're going to look to the politicians.
Exactly.
Well, see, I'm thinking about starting a business. And
okay, what you think about doing, man?
I can't expose it right now.
Okay,
but the biggest fear I have is
just tell me which industry. You don't have to tell me what it is, but what industry you think about getting into?
It would be service industry technically.
Okay.
Are we talking like cars?
No.
Oh,
you talking about food?
No.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, what else is there? Food and cars, hotel. You're gonna
start your own. He's gonna start his own Uber Eats.
Yeah, you guys got it.
You don't want to break the news?
No,
not on the pod.
It's not full on yet.
Okay. Well, you gotta speak stuff into existence, man.
Not here.
We'll help you out.
Not on the record.
So, I did want to ask you guys, and we don't have to talk about it for long, but you guys, you have any relationships that you would consider toxic, like toxic relationships, like people you don't like, people you are.
I cut them off like a fucking snake's head.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Toxic relationships,
and that's just friends in general. You motherfuckers, goodbye.
Without naming any names, are there any relationships you recognize as being toxic?
Yeah, when people like call you drunk and cry and shit.
How do y'all guys feel about, we probably all got that one friend we always argue with, but not seriously arguments, but every time they're around, you're going to have some type of debate. Is that technically toxic?
Are you done with it? Like,
it depends.
Or would you rather just avoid hanging out with them than deal with it?
I mean, it makes for good conversation. You know me.
That's not a toxic relationship. Okay. Like, I literally have people that like you said, cut off. There are individuals in my life that I have completely removed with extreme prejudice.
It must be a Taurus thing. I think Taurus we originally just back off of people without having to tell them we don't want to fuck with them no more.
Yeah, so we naturally ghost motherfuckers.
Correct. Yes. If I don't really fuck with you, you don't gotta really wait for me to reach out to you. It's not gonna happen.
But then it gets toxic when they still reach out to you and can't take a fucking hint.
Correct.
And then that's when you cut it off.
Yeah. See, I've had those particular individuals, and sometimes they pop back up for whatever reason. I guess they're narcissistic. But yeah, I've.
Do you look at Larsa Pippen as toxic?
Who?
What?
Scottie Pippen's wife. Well, she just got on a
I don't know her personally.
She just got on a podcast and just spewed out that her and Scottie Pippen used to have sex 4 times a night for 23 years.
And what?
But what part of that is toxic?
I think good for Scottie Pippen.
Well, they're divorced now, so sex definitely wasn't what's keeping them together, I guess, right? She's dating Michael Jordan's son now.
Oh my gosh.
You didn't know that?
She's like 30 years older than
fucking what?
Yes, she's dating Michael Jordan's son. So technically, a lot of people are saying like,
that's why Scottie Pippen ain't mad anymore.
A lot of people. Well, no, a lot of people. We was talking about the grooming situation with me but technically, she's seen him grow up.
Hold on. We didn't talk about that on the air.
You tried to.
Don't place yourself.
No, we didn't do it.
That was the last thing before we went to break.
Oh, that's right. It was, wasn't it?
That was the last thing.
You got.
But yeah,
my dementia.
I feel like that's toxic. Like you seen this boy grow up. And now you're dating him.
So Jada Smith and Will Smith relationship is toxic as
That's
fuck.
technically toxic.
As fuck. And they try to, let's have a round table and talk about
Red table.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
That is a little, that to me would be a toxic relationship. The fact
Kanye and Kim, toxic.
Eminem and
Britney Spears.
And his mom.
Well, his
Eminem
mom,
and his mom.
But no, what was his? God, Kim, Eminem and Kim.
Yeah, yeah.
Is she kissing him? She kissing him, dog? I'm a soldier.
I'm a soldier.
I'm just curious because for me, if somebody comes across in a way that I wind up losing either just complete respect for them, or I find it difficult to be around them or have conversations, or if I see like a text message or an email and it pops up and I'm just, if I see
Makes your
something,
skin crawl.
Like what is this for? Like there are people that I haven't talked to in years, and for some reason they will, like basically for my birthday last week, I wind up getting. Oh,
so this is personal for you.
Yeah, I wind up getting text messages or emails from people that I'm like, why would you bother? Like, first of all, if you know me at all, my birthday is not that big a deal to me.
I mean,
I don't
because if they wish you a happy birthday and you don't reciprocate that the next time you talk to them, they're gonna put it in your face and you'll be like, I don't fucking like you.
I won't talk to them.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. They're just like, I'm loading my emotional clip for the next time I can.
But also if somebody sends you a birthday gift, are you obligated? I mean, sends you a birthday, text message, are you obligated to send them one back on theirs?
Not to me.
That's how y'all feel?
No. Like, dude, that's the whole thing. Like, even if someone buys me a birthday gift, that was kindness of their heart. And I'm the worst about reciprocating that kind of thing. Like, I had to learn, like, in middle school when people bring Christmas gifts to each other and no one ever brought me one. I had to sit back and go, like, well, you ain't getting them one. I was like, I like this I like this arrangement.
This is exactly how this should work.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just... first of all, I don't like getting presents from people for birthdays or Christmas. Like if I want something, I'll just get it myself. But I don't like it's kind of like I don't when it comes to somebody asking if they can borrow money. My preference is if I have the money, I'm just going to give it to you. I don't want there to ever be a situation.
You can never give money if you never give a friend money with the expectation of ever getting it back.
Yeah, this is a gift. I have it. You can have it now. I don't want you to ever have to worry about this because I don't want anything ever looming over somebody's head like that. That bothers me more. I don't know. It's just one of those things.
Because then they wouldn't talk to you out of something being weird.
All right, so let's all say this. And then, I mean, I don't want to get into anybody's personal business. You don't have to tell anybody's secret name. But what's the most money you've given a friend that you know that you wasn't going to get it back?
$1,500.
Shit, Barrett. I thought he was about to say like $100 or something.
No, it was $1,500.
Barrett, I said I was going to pay you back. God damn.
I think the most I give somebody is probably like $100.
I think I've done like $200.
It was $1,500, and I won't say specifically what it was for, but I will just say that they were in dire straits, and they
was it for taxes?
No.
Well, then there's that empathy part where, in general, you may know that you're never going to get it back, but you don't want to see that person fail.
Yeah, no, that was essentially the situation. Was I knew that if I didn't help, then
no one else
then it was either they were going to be on the streets or they were going to be able to feed their kids, whatever. But like that was a situation, and they several times. No, I'm going to pay you back. No, you're not, because I don't want you. I don't want that to be part of our relationship.
I think that's how I know. Like when you have a good friend. Like here's an example. Like when the PSP came out.
Yeah,
I couldn't afford one. Just couldn't, and I wasn't asking for one.
Yeah,
but I went with Keith, and he got one. And then I was like, damn, let me play this Joker. And I think we went 2 days. He's like, fuck it. I got birthday money. I'm buying you one too.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Dude never asked for it back.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I don't have money to pay. He's like, you're my friend. That's why I'm buying that for you.
Yeah.
And that's like, that was fucking awesome. You know what I mean?
Neat bought me my first turntable board.
Yeah.
That's fucking rad.
Oh.
Yeah, but he's told us about it every single time. He's no, I'm just kidding.
He always goes like,
This is the first time I've heard of it. This is the first time I've heard of it.
He definitely. And look, it was like one of the first couple of events. Like somebody came up there and spilled like alcohol all over it.
Oh, that's not cool.
Yeah, that was. We never used it again.
See, and if I ever do something like that, like I've bought people gifts before, but if it's like big from here on out,
yeah.
I'm putting like a little creepy message on it that everyone can see, like from your lover. Some shit. So like Trent be DJing. And
thanks for the weekend.
Looking to the lover boy table.
Shout out to all the lovers out
there. Yeah, no, I was just curious if like in your lives you've had people that you've had to cut off because of it being just a relationship that you couldn't support.
One that recently tried to contact me, and I was like, I thought I blocked that.
Oh yeah, Yeah. No, I've been accused of ignoring people, and it's like, first of all, you don't message me. I don't have the opportunity to ignore you. Give me the opportunity.
Yeah, like please let me ignore you and not have to get on the phone and be like, I can't stand you as a person. Your existence is not fun for anybody.
Correct.
Because there's people like that, but you just like, I'm giving you an out. Fucking take it.
Yeah. Yes.
The door's open and you're using the payphone to call me.
If I wasn't me, I would not be my friend.
Right.
Like I don't like me enough for me to be like, oh, I wish Barrett would talk to me.
Me would ignore me.
I'm just kidding. I like myself plenty.
You got twins. What if you had a twin?
If I had a twin?
If he was a fucking dickhead like Barrett.
I almost have a twin. My brother's only 14 months. We're only 14 months separated.
Oh, Barrett, I thought you're like, I ate my twin in the womb and I still haven't.
Don't they do that? Don't they do this?
That's what this third year is.
Oh, my God. Let me talk on the podcast.
And he has Barrett's exact
to
voice.
endure through this every single week.
And he's like, this is Randall Gruber. He's like, Randall.
I was going to say, if my parents had ever named one of my siblings Randall, I'd blame. Have you guys heard about this Supreme Court election that's going to be occurring in Wisconsin?
Yeah, they're summoning us old big dick people up there. And we're just having
Far right wing judge Dan Kelly has been accused of advising ex-President Donald Trump in efforts to take over the 2020 after the 2020 presidential election. So
get him, lock him up.
He is apparently feverishly anti-abortion. In his past, he has defended child sex predators and posed as an evangelical minister. There are many possible outcomes with the election of Dan Kelly. To the Wisconsin Supreme Court. Some of the issues that might come up: overturning women's health as a liberty in Wisconsin and affording conservatives with a ban on abortion. The likelihood is that in Wisconsin, if the Supreme Court does wind up, if he is elected to the Supreme Court, that new district lines will be allowed to be drawn, and Wisconsin will just be a conservative state from here on out.
And also women voting.
Yeah,
was that a mistake?
Likelihood of a free election no longer available in Wisconsin if he gets elected to the Supreme Court. This would easily allow for the Supreme Court to weigh in on the election and being conservative leaning. The potential is that the state would then become more moderate by means of the vote, or less available for voters to vote in the state. He's running against Janet, and I know I'm going to screw this name up. Protatazuzis. I'm just going to say Janet.
Can I get the page when you're done? I'll try to pronounce it.
Yeah, this might be some of his people.
Yeah.
Trent, listen.
I think she's Polish. She could be. You could be Jewish. Could be. She is in support of women's health liberties, including access to health regulated abortions. She is also in support of civil rights and currently serves as the Milwaukee County Circuit Court judge. She has been endorsed by Herb Kohl, who is the former U.S. Senator from Wisconsin, Rebecca Dallett, Wisconsin Supreme Court Justice, and Walsh Bradley, also a Wisconsin Supreme Court Justice. She's been endorsed by Citizens Action, Emily's List, Daily Kos, the newspaper. Daily Kos, spelled the same.
Kos.
Getting
out there,
side hustle.
A slew of labor unions. Simple fact of the matter, Wisconsin is a swing state. And the Supreme Court justices are supposed to be nonpartisan. Dan Kelly is an alleged insurrectionist. And this could be the biggest election of 2023 that could have lasting effects on democracy across the United States because Wisconsin could be the determining factor in the election.
Wow.
I think we should all just run as Republicans with
halfway down there.
Try it out. Try to set us on fire just now.
Janet something. Janet Patowski.
You said about, oh, yeah.
You see it?
I got it.
You got it?
Here we go.
Let me hear it.
Protaskowitz.
Pataskowitz? Is that really what it is?
Yeah.
I told you it was some of his people.
That's good.
He's there.
Good job.
I'm a big Charles Bukowski fan, and once you try to realize, like, Polish last names are very complicated, Pataskowitz.
I've been watching a lot.
That definitely looks like what it should be.
I've been watching a lot of episodes of Parks and Recreation. So Mark Brandanowitz is my favorite name on the show.
He doesn't last long.
No, well, what, 2 or 3 seasons, something like that.
I think 2. I think that's it.
Well, Rashida Jones didn't last very long on the show, did she? Or
the entire time.
Was she there the entire time?
I love Rashida Jones.
Is she black?
Half black.
She's half black. Okay.
She had a good documentary called "Working Girls" or
I do remember
"White Girls
something
Do
about
Porn"
that.
or something like that.
Oh, okay. That's not what I remember.
It's a Netflix documentary, but it talks about like the lives of these young girls and what they have to go through. And I was like,
got a new one out too.
Yeah, the Pornhub one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Rashida Jones was also the wife in the show that was on Netflix that was about the guy that wrote Blackish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She was his wife in that, and then they get. I think ultimately when the show came out on Netflix, it was during COVID, and then of course after the show came out, they announced their divorce.
Wow.
So, now I'm dying. I can't remember her name on Parks and Rec.
Which one?
Rashida Jones's character.
Oh, it's
Ann Perkins.
Ann Perkins.
Ann Perkins.
Ann Perkins.
Ann Perkins. Yeah, because that was Mark Brandano.
Speaking of Netflix, y'all guys been watching You?
I haven't watched You.
Gabrielle finished You. Yeah, I know it happens.
Did you?
I got like
Do we
two.
tell you?
I got like two. No, hell no.
Can I spoil it?
No. I got.
Can I spoil it?
No.
I'm gonna spoil it.
I got like
the
two
one
more
about Laura
episodes.
Ingram, right?
2, 1.
No. I got 2 more episodes. Stop, please. Don't do that, please.
You have to see what's coming though.
I do want to go
Trey
over.
knows, that's why he didn't want me to say.
Did you finish
Outer Banks?
Outer Banks.
It's not the last.
You haven't finished it yet.
Come on, man. What you
I'm
doing?
almost done.
What you mean? What you taking so long for? We could.
How do I know it's you's happening? If you ruin Outer Banks, I will ruin
that's
you.
fair. That's fair. That's
How
fair.
far in Outer Banks season 3 are you?
They're back. Wade's back.
Uh-huh.
And that's it. Okay.
Okay.
All
right.
Okay.
Well, so we can talk up.
So
to
it's
that
like
point.
10. It's like 10 episodes, right? Like on
It
the,
was 10 episodes.
So
I think I
you
have like 4
You
left.
got like 4 left. Okay.
Some of the episodes were longer than an hour.
I'm gonna say you're gonna
Like the last episode.
you're
is
gonna
like an hour,
you're gonna
2
like
hours.
you're gonna like Outer Banks.
I don't like
was
the Creole type dude who's like the villain who's like kept the black chick hostage with the evil white
I want to
dude.
say he's El Salvadorian.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
But he has like a Jamaican accent because he goes like, "No, you're not leaving, ya."
Yeah, I think I think he's supposed to be I think he's supposed to be Salvadorian.
I love JJ because he's always pulling some bullshit.
Like, is there no?
When he did the concrete truck, when they were like stealing the cross and
Yeah,
it wasn't a
correct.
cross.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
shit, yeah.
Oh, off of the train.
Okay.
Yeah.
No disrespect. No disrespect to you at all. Okay.
Dumb.
Do you get a tuck feel from his dad?
Oh
From JJ's dad?
No.
Whose dad?
no,
Wade?
John B.
John B.
Oh, for sure.
Bro,
Wait,
I was
yeah,
looking at it. I'm like, yo, is that fucking Tuck?
Okay, so
Yo, he looks like
My dad
Tuck.
didn't have hair that long.
Yeah, but if he would have, that definitely remind me of Tuck,
get the
man.
vibes.
okay,
Yeah.
and not having ever gotten to meet your dad.
Yeah.
But I want to ask the question: did you all like John B's dad in this show?
No, not at first.
I didn't either.
Not at first.
He is very like pinpointed on just he gets
Oh,
a
it's
high
all
off.
about
Oh,
the
it's
treasure.
all treasure.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
all treasure for him.
But do you think that it for him and knowing that you only have 4 episodes left, do you think that the motivation is that it's about the treasure, or is it about the discovery?
I think it's both. I think it's both.
he wants to be the discoverer.
I think if he didn't even get to keep the shit that he found, he would be so
okay.
happy that he fucking found it.
Okay, so that was basically that was the thing that and it's not a great show. Like, the acting is not good.
It's still, I read today, it's still top 10. And when did it premiere? It is
Oh,
still
like,
fucking
like
top
yeah,
10.
a while ago, like
It's
a month ago or
busting.
something.
Like it's still up there with You, and You just came out, and You is fucking great.
Well,
Correct.
I've watched all of season 3, and I feel kind of bad about saying this. I'm really looking forward to season 4.
Me too.
Well, season 3 of You, and you know this already, but he has the British guy that's in his head. That's very Dextery.
Correct.
Oh, okay. It's Dark Passenger.
That is his dark passenger.
Yeah.
Because like he'll kill somebody and he'd be like, nice. Like the whole fucking time.
Yeah, but I just got to the episode where you haven't seen it.
I haven't watched any of it yet. I haven't watched any of You. I just know it's the Laura Ingram story or
Do
something.
you want me?
like that, and I just
I'm
don't
not spoiling. I'm not really
Wrong
spoiling.
you.
I'm not really spoiling the end
What do you
for
mean
you
it's
whenever
about?
I say this. But
For you?
I didn't. Yeah, I
No,
didn't.
I've seen it.
I
What do you mean
didn't.
it's about me?
I didn't know that the fucking.
There's a show.
I didn't
on-
know he was.
There's a show on Netflix
didn't
about
know
me.
what?
I didn't know the guy was only in his head.
Yeah. I
That
did.
fucked me up.
That was Fight Club 101. Because like when I
Yeah.
started watching it, I was like, Gabrielle was like, that dude's not real. She goes, sure. I was like, no.
Well, that's kind of like I watched.
Because when you pick up on what he's picking up on, and the only person who's picking up on that is Joe.
that's
But
kind of
who
like
are the text messages coming from?
They're not real.
Damn.
I'm gonna have to watch.
Also-
Schizophrenia can do that to you?
Yeah.
That you can make up text.
Oh,
schizophrenia?
You're in your
Make
own
up text
world.
messages?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Plus his psychosis.
Knock on wood.
His psychosis has gone so fucking far.
Yeah, he's fucked up.
Dude, when murdering, you're like, oh, this person's in my way. Gonna have to kill him. Or put him in a box.
When the girl's dad knew exactly who he was, then that fucked you up.
Yeah, but keep watching.
Okay, say less.
So I'll say the next thing that I watched. So I did watch Cocaine Bear last week.
Okay,
it was terrible. It was terrible.
Terrible.
But this week I watched Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Murder.
Barrett told me that. I was like, I'm sorry.
It was.
How was that? Was that worse than Cocaine Bear? Which bear was the best? Cocaine Bear or Winnie the Pooh?
Winnie the Pooh
at the
and
end
Pig.
He talks.
Oh, I didn't hear. He didn't. I didn't.
He whispers to him at the end, and he goes like,
"See, I missed that."
Who's playing with who? Christopher Robin.
Oh, jeez,
shit.
I will say it's a good slasher movie.
Okay,
but it's stupid.
But it was really dumb.
I went through.
So you're saying Cocaine Bear is worse than the Winnie the Pooh? Which one would you rather see again if you had to? If somebody
see, I was hoping
that's like a Russian roulette.
I was hoping that the Cocaine Bear would be like mega good.
Cocaine Bear had some humor in it, but it also
had good acting, right? Is that what saved it?
They had good actors.
Yeah, they had Ray Liotta. They had
Ice Cube's son.
Yeah, Ice Cube's son was in there.
Hal Emmerich or whatever, the guy who played the dude who got dead in the bus when he.
Yeah, it also had
young Han Solo.
Yeah, it did. That's right. It also had I can't remember what her name is. Carrie Russell. Carrie Russell.
That's what Carrie Russell. Yeah,
she was
love her,
and she's a good
August
actor.
Rush.
Okay.
But yeah, Ray Liotta. You know, but it was.
I think we got a fucking bear here.
It was bad.
But you got to answer it. Which one are you gonna watch again?
I'd probably watch Cocaine Bear again.
Okay.
I don't know that.
That makes me want to go watch Cocaine Bear just because.
I don't think I could sit through.
I guarantee you, the Winnie the Pooh slasher film literally only got views because it's Winnie the Pooh. You make that motherfucker like wearing a Nixon mask.
You got to think it had the best rollout ever because everybody was already talking about it like months before the movie
because there's
came
a piglet too, right?
Yeah, and he's feral. Like he's grown tusks. Like he's like if you let a pig out and after
they're not just masks.
Yeah, I thought they were masks.
No,
they're not.
No, this is actually Winnie the Pooh and Piglet.
Oh, that's mind blowing. I always thought it was just masked people because they look like masks.
Y'all want me to tell you? So
yeah, just tell me. I'm not gonna watch it.
So here's
I'm not gonna watch that.
So here's
Nick listens to this. He's like, fuck.
So here's the premise. Basically, Christopher Robin goes off to school. Okay, he leaves Piglet, Eeyore, Rabbit.
And these are real, like
these
do they show you before they became bad?
You see it. It's a drawing. It's a sketch of them.
So do you have like Mr. Rabbit?
You have Rabbit. Yeah. Well, no, you don't see
Tigger
Rabbit
there.
No, I didn't see. You don't see Tigger, Rabbit, Owl, or
oh, Tycho, come on, T-I-double-G-R.
But essentially, what happens is because he goes off to school, he is their food supply.
Oh God!
So what happens is he goes.
Oh,
off
so
to
he
school.
feeds them, is what you're saying?
Yeah, he's always showing up with food, honey for pig for poo and whatnot.
Honey, Christopher Robin.
What happens is when he goes off to school, they're not fending for themselves, and they eventually turn on Eeyore. They kill and eat Eeyore.
Dude, I figured.
I mean, he's the fattest one out of all of them, so why not?
Yeah, and he's just sad.
The most meat.
Let's eat the sad fuck.
Yeah, but what already?
So what happens is that they become so angry with Christopher Robin for having left them, and the fact that they turned on Eeyore and ate Eeyore, it changed their minds, and they swore they would never talk again. At some point,
eat my balls.
Yeah, at some point. Eeyore, so Rabbit's gone as far as I know. Owl's gone, unless there's gonna be a part 2.
They're flying away.
So it's just you just see Pooh and Piglet, and basically they're just killing everybody and
randomly
and turning them into slop so they can eat them.
Is Rue there?
No, didn't see Rue.
What's their measure of turning them to slop? How did that work? Like they put like acid or something?
Well, one girl got shoved through a stump
incinerator.
Nice.
Like grinder? A meat?
Yeah.
Oh, a stump grinder.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
it was,
shit.
Yeah.
Like Fargo?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Damn.
Wood chipper?
And she was kicking like the whole time.
Damn.
Like her legs are flipping and flopping, and then all of a sudden, I guess it gets to some point where her nerves stop triggering.
Oh my God!
It was a brutal movie. Like
who'd you watch this movie with? By yourself?
No, I just watched it by myself.
Okay.
And then
I thought you made Julie watch it.
While we're talking about movies, I have rewatched the greatest movie of all time. If anyone can guess what it is,
Ant-Man.
No, it's got to be Wolf of Wall Street.
Came out in 1997.
1997.
I can't think of
no.
What came out?
Bruce Willis is in it.
Die Hard.
That didn't come out in 97.
Armageddon.
No, I think that was 98.
Was it? It was 96 or 97.
I'll give you another actor. There's Gary Oldman's in it.
Oh, it's a Batman movie?
No.
Oh. I don't know.
Man, you just got to say it.
I'll give you another one. Chris Tucker's in it.
Oh,
Fifth Element.
Yeah.
Was that
Fifth Element? That was 1997.
That was 97.
I remember that like it was yesterday, and I was born in 91. So that makes you
96, 97 because when it came out on tape, me and my dad went to the World Ford Challenge drag race and pulled one of our drag cars he built, and we had the conversion van.
Yeah,
and we rented because it had just come out.
Element,
the number one movie, the number one thing I remember from this movie.
Yeah. You don't remember like when
that was the blue lady, right?
Yeah, she went crazy on that shit.
Dallas has to go like talk to Chris Tucker, and he's Ruby Red. He's like, "And Ruby Red," and he's like, "How are you feeling?" But then his face is like busy.
And wasn't that movie after Friday?
It was after Friday.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Dude, it's still one of the best movies of all time.
It is a good movie.
It is a good movie.
To me, it's my all-time favorite movie. When it comes to
I feel like while you're saying
Mila
that,
Jovovich,
they did have some of the best special effects. Like for their time in
Still holds up.
1997,
Dude, still
that shit
holds
looked like real.
So
everything in that shit
still
looked real.
holds up.
So Trent, what's your favorite movie of all time?
Of all time,
Man, on the spot.
Oh brother, where art thou?
Really?
That's a good one because that's the Odyssey. That's Odysseus.
I love art.
I'm a Dapper Dan man. God damn it.
Yeah, I fucking love that movie.
Yeah,
I love it.
My favorite movie of all time would be The Ghost in the Darkness. That was the one with Val Kilmer and Michael Douglas with the two lions.
Yeah,
that's where I got from last week. Whenever you took my clip, do not seek the treasure.
But mine gets weird right after that because my second favorite movie of all time, There Will Be Blood.
No, that's a good movie.
I drink your milkshake.
My second favorite movie of all time will probably be the first Avatar.
Really?
I really loved it.
Man, I gotta be honest. I'm completely.
The first Avatar was it had a great story.
It was really cool.
It was
yeah,
great
it
story.
It was Dances with Wolves, but with aliens.
Well, it was Pocahontas.
It was Dances with Wolves.
It was Dance with the Wolves.
Oh yeah, Pocahontas. Yeah.
But mine is Kevin Costner and Tom Petty.
Correct.
Tom Petty? Hold on. What was Tom Petty in Dances with Wolves?
Oh no, he was in The Postman.
Oh, I was about to say.
Oh yeah, it was The Postman.
What's your second favorite movie?
My second favorite movie, I probably Shawshank Redemption. And I only say that because if it's on, I'm
gonna watch it.
I can't.
That's one of those TNT USA movies.
Yeah.
If they play it,
Like Christmas Story.
yeah, during Christmas time.
Although, honestly, TNT and TBS, I avoid at Christmas.
Oh, you got to because they're gonna rerun that show all fucking.
All
day.
right.
I can't watch.
Like, how do they pay that much for that shit to run all day long?
It's like AMC can do that shit too. Though
I think at this point they're not paying for it.
Yeah,
they just own it.
They're getting royalty checks for sure.
Somebody is. Yeah,
them paying it one time is probably as much as somebody buying the DVD.
yeah, probably.
So, what about this? Let's just do top three since we're already.
We're at 3. Okay,
All right.
What's your third one?
Grandma's Boy.
Really?
That movie kills me. I saw it in theaters twice.
That was the DVD you left in your thing, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Grandma's Boy.
I had
Wow.
like 4 copies of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a race car bed. Yeah, but it's a fucking sweet bed.
My number 3 movie will be, I will say, Friday.
Okay.
Friday's great.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black Grandma's Boy. No, I'm just kidding.
Very angry grandma's boy.
Trent, if you were like,
What if they made a
Medea-
white version of Friday and called it Wednesday?
No, you remember we talked about that? We talked about that.
Yeah,
Like Friday 2 would just be like
The white
they go to work.
Yeah, the white version of Friday is they just go to work.
Yeah.
They
Kevin
hold,
stole the box.
They hold down a job.
No, a normal day. Nobody gets fired.
You surely don't have Debo fucking.
Fuck no. You got a horrible boss though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Debo, I'm calling the cops.
Seth Rogen playing Debo.
Oh yeah, that'd be
I'm taking your bike.
Number 3 for you, Barrett.
Ghostbusters.
Ooh.
Ghostbusters would be my
The first one?
The original.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be my
Well, Bill Murray and everybody.
Two was
Yeah.
not as good as 1 for sure.
Yeah.
I still like 2.
Did y'all like the girl one?
I did. I thought it was
And
hilarious.
I thought Chris Hemsworth was funny as shit in it.
It
too.
was. I thought that it was just being out, outside of the. If it was not
other
a
ones?
Ghostbuster movie, yeah.
Correct.
I mean, I thought it was a good.
You think they
story.
should have just like rebranded it all the way and like made it something else?
No, call it Ghostbusters.
Okay.
Take that money.
Correct.
Take that money.
Correct.
Well, does any of our movies land on our top 10s? Because I think they do. Ghostbusters for sure in the top 10. Friday 100%, probably top 5.
Avatar definitely.
Well, do you think that So does Fifth Element land in the top 10?
Oh yeah.
For everybody?
Yeah.
Or you talking about for everybody
like
at the
your
table?
top.
Oh yeah, Fifth Element is very
top
good.
10?
Yeah.
Because I just think that movie every time you watch it's fucking fantastic.
I seen Grandma's Boy and I know why you like it.
It's video games and weed, and it's fucking great.
Correct.
When he's vacuuming, cleaning the house like he wasn't expecting to, and he picks up the couch and there's like 3 dead cats, and he's just like puts it back down. Plus the dude like who's hiding, he's like does that, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he's like, "You can see me?" He's like, "Fucking yeah." And then he says something else. He's like, "You're fucking weird," and just like walks off from adios turd nugget.
You want to know one movie I'm pretty ready for? Not ready for. I'm gonna show you one movie I'm not ready for. I just seen a preview for it. The new Power Rangers.
I just saw that too.
It looks pretty bad.
They got Billy and Zach.
It looks
back.
but it looks really bad.
Oh, it's awful.
The special effects looks horrible. It looks like the '90s again.
It wasn't ever Amy Jo Johnson. Like they couldn't even get Amy Jo Johnson, who's been playing a Canadian cop on USA for however,
which is crazy.
Oh, has she really?
Yeah, it's fucking awful.
But the movie I'm ready for, and I didn't even play this game. Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I
looks funny as fuck already.
That
like that
I've
shit
heard
looks
it's really good from the early
that
preview.
shit looks funny as fuck.
It came out this past weekend, right?
It's not out yet.
It's not out.
Oh,
no.
it's not.
I think it's the 31st.
I did see 65, the new Adam Driver movie where.
Oh, that looks good.
It was good.
65 million.
Yeah, 65 million. It was good. It was.
What's it based on?
It looks like Turok.
It's not actually based on anything. So the premise of the story is basically Adam Driver and his, where he comes from is an alien race. 65 million years ago, he goes out as the pilot of this ship that's out looking for terrestrial worlds that they could potentially occupy, and he just happens to come across Earth 65 million years ago.
Oh wow!
So there's you have the dinosaurs that he's constantly trying to fight or trying to get away from and survive, but then it's also the same time as the asteroid is coming to hit Earth.
Oh wow! They never even mentioned.
No, not at all. Like it was a completely different story. Like I thought he was human, and they were trying to find a new place, and they just happened to hit a wormhole or something like that, and went back in time 65 million years, and they found Earth. He was like, "Oh, what planet is this?" Whatever.
Yeah.
But no, it was they traveled to Earth. They went through the asteroid belt. It messed up their ship.
Which brings up that whole time dilation. So like when you look out into space, you can look back. And so if you went 65 million light years into space and you looked back at Earth, say you could travel at the speed of light.
Correct.
Past the speed of light. And you look back and you're 65 million light years away from Earth. So other planets, if they're 65 million light years away from us and they look at us, they would see dinosaurs. Because the light takes so long to get here, they would just see dinosaurs.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That's like, dude, physics is crazy, dude. Because if you travel faster than the speed of light, which is impossible, you are beating time. So if you traveled faster, you would get there to the point of there being dinosaurs.
Okay.
It's just weird. That's why I love movies like that.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah.
Like Interstellar. That's in my top.
See, and I haven't seen Interstellar. I've got to see that.
What?
I'll watch it. Before the next episode, I'll watch Interstellar.
Dude, Interstellar.
And you seen Up, right?
Up? You're talking about the one with
Don't
the
Look Up?
balloons?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I watched
Don't Look Up's fine.
It was okay.
You hated it because it has that one actor in it, huh?
Jonah Hill? No, I didn't.
He's like, this movie, shit.
Yeah, like, as soon as you see Jonah Hill, oh, nah. Wolf of Wall Street, nah.
I liked Wolf of Wall Street.
Was it fastball or hardball?
Moneyball.
Moneyball.
I liked Moneyball. Moneyball.
You like Jonah Hill and Moneyball?
I liked Moneyball.
I can't say he liked Jonah.
You like
I
Billy
just don't
Bean.
think. Look.
You like Brad Pitt,
We'll
Billy
end the
Bean.
show on this. I just don't think Jonah Hill's a very good actor.
Correct.
I
got you.
think he's a shit actor, and I don't have it. There's no reason to have him in these
Jonah
movies.
Hill?
Jonah Hill and Florida on the same page.
Hey, wait.
Barrett.
Jonah Hill and Grandma's Boy? Fantastic.
Okay.
Got a point.
I can't
And
make
that
that
was
point.
his fattest.
But I also didn't like Leonardo
He sucked on a
DiCaprio
titty
in Don't Look Up.
for 8 hours.
I didn't like Leonardo DiCaprio in Don't Look Up. Like that was a character I could have not had.
Okay.
He was a character that exhibited the anxiety that I would have having to deal
Sure.
with.
Oh, yeah.
I don't disagree. But why did it have to be Leonardo DiCaprio?
Because he
I
getting
thought
paid.
Barrett doesn't like. Remember, he walked Leonardo DiCaprio out of the
Correct.
studio.
Correct. You got a grudge against Leonardo and Jonah Hill. God,
and those
dog.
two dudes are friends in real life, so Barrett's like, fuck them both.
Facts. So if they ever want to come on this podcast, they're like, hell no.
We'll put him on.
I'll be like, we'll
top
lock
five.
Barrett out.
Oh yeah, bring them numbers over
Top
me.
five.
Bring them numbers on over to me.
All right.
So Barrett's not with the podcast because Jonah Hill, welcome.
I would like to listen to that episode.
The first thing I would say to Jonah Hill is like, what was up with that fucking Eddie Murphy movie? That was dumb. Who wrote that?
Eddie Murphy.
You didn't even get kissed in real life.
Eddie Murphy has a set number of films that he has to turn out for Netflix, and if he can just phone them all in, I imagine he'll do it.
Hey man, it's Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy probably like is
the greatest stand-up comedian ever.
I think Adam Sandler is the only one that earns his paycheck over it.
Come on now, Barry. You know Adam Sandler been putting out some mid on Netflix.
I'm not.
There's some mid movies.
We're about to get Murder Mystery Party 2.
I was gonna say, but if he's putting them out mid, at least he's putting out 10 or 15 of them a year.
I guess you got. I mean, that's like you swinging at a whole bunch of balls and hitting one. Like, okay, I'm gonna hit one out of here.
Said like a true expert. All right.
You remember when Eddie Murphy on Raw was talking about? He's like, you ain't had ass in a while. You're like, that's like giving a homeless man a cracker. If you give him a Ritz cracker, he'd be like, that ain't no regular cracker. That's a fucking Ritz cracker.
And I put that shit on a cracker, dude.
Put it on a cracker, dude.
That is good. I think that's going to do it for this episode.
Thank you, Nick the Geek, engineer and producer, owner and operator of GOT Sound Studio. Check out details on how you can utilize his talent and production expertise at gotsoundstudio.com. Thanks to Muff the Producer. Follow him on Instagram at Muff the Producer. Thanks to Trent Clark, a.k.a. DJ Lonzo, currently serving as the house DJ at the main course in Columbia, South Carolina. Make sure to go by and have a good time. You can contact Trent for all your entertainment needs. Trent at theallaboutnothing.com and on Instagram at TheRealDJLonzo. On Twitter at DJ Lonzo Top 5. You can also phone him 803-262-7982. If you enjoy the show, consider becoming a patron by visiting our website and clicking at the link at the top of the browser that will take you to our Patreon page. You can find details on how you become a supporter, or you can check out benefits there and just consider a donation so that we can continue to bring you this nonsense. We enjoy doing it. We enjoy you enjoying it. As always, you can follow us on Facebook. Just search for All About Nothing US. On Twitter and Instagram at AAN_pod, or you can find links to all of our social media and available podcast platforms by visiting theallaboutnothing.com. If you'd like to be heard on the show, you may call and leave us a message, 803-672-0533. If the time between these episodes is too far apart, you can fill that time by checking out some of our partner podcasts. Zach and I host What the Pod Was That with Carrie Simmons. Visit whatthepodwasthat.com for links and details. Carrie and Chrissy host Status Macabre. You can find details at statusmacabre.com. Ami Bland takes a deep dive down the rabbit hole in episodes of Welcome to Wonderland, available on all of your podcast listening platforms. As well, you should check out our own DJ Lonzo's Top 5, hosted by Trent Clark, available on most of your podcast listening platforms.
Yeah, man.
That was a fun one.
That was a good one, man.
Just in notes, don't forget you can become a supporter of our show by visiting patreon.com/theallaboutnothing. Or you can find a link at the top of the page, theallaboutnothing.com. As well, you can join our Discord server. There's a link there.
And we'll talk to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for listening. You all stay safe, and
a week you shall have.
I'm going to have to figure out how to edit that in.
This The All About Nothing podcast is recorded live from the GOT Sound Studio in Columbia, South Carolina. The All About Nothing podcast is produced and engineered by Nick the Geek, owner and operator of GOT Sound Studio. To support the show, please visit theallaboutnothing.com for links to social media, merchandise, and more. Become a patron of the show by following the Patreon link at the top of our page. The All About Nothing podcast is an entertainment product of Barrett Gruber. Special thanks to Zach King, Trent Clark, Muff the Producer, Nick the Geek, and you, our listeners. Please subscribe, rate, review, and share. If you're on YouTube, please hit the like button and the notification bell. Thank you for listening.
The All About Nothing podcast is a part of the GOT Podcast Network and a product of Barrett Gruber Entertainment and Media.